Hey guys!
Hello there!
And welcome to another episode of Masse Art Studios. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Lee.
And on today's pour, some interesting things are going to be happening today. Yes. I am going to be doing a wrecked ring.
Okay.
Yes, and I have some real interesting colors in mind that I'm going to be using. Something like maybe some pastels and like some really light pearls. We'll have to see. We'll have to see whenever I get into the studio exactly what I choose.
Okay.
So what do you have in mind?
I am going to do the Masse Snip N Pour again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Masse Snip N Pour that you guys named for us is a puddle pour, ribbon pour out of a piping bag.
Yes.
So that's the definition of the Masse Snip N Pour. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use very different colours because I'm going to use 12 of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, lots and lots and lots of colours in this one. Just to see what kind of effect I get.
Yeah,
still
that's
playing
awesome.
around with this technique
That's
for sure.
awesome. Yes. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It means the world to us. We hope you enjoy this episode, and why don't we get to the table?
Let's do it. We'll see you at the table. Hello there, everyone, and welcome, ladles and jelly spoons, to the table. It is Lee. So, a couple of you have asked to see this technique again, something that we aired just over Christmas, and we called it you called it the Masse Snip N Pour. So I'm going to give this another go and see if I can get another really fun composition out of these two piping bags. So let me tell you my setup. The show pony has pinned and backed a 16 by 20 inch canvas for me.
Sure did.
Thank you, show pony. And I've got a cacophony of leftover colours. This one should be called the Everything Masse Snip N Pour because I've got 12 colours that I'm going to be using in this piping bag. Last time it was 11, so I'm one-upping myself. In this 2-quart mixing pot, I've put a piping bag. Now these are really, really big piping bags that are used for decorating cakes. And I've put just a little bit of blue tape around it just so that when I start pouring the colours into the bag, it doesn't fall into the pot. And I've got 2 of them. And I've got 12 colours. Let me tell you what these are. And if I miss some, then I apologise. But I have Dioxazine Purple by Liquitex Basics. I have Grey Purple by Master's Touch. I've got Light Blue Violet by Master's Touch, which is one of their thick body. And to that, I've added a little bit of rouge. So that was a real interesting colour, which is this one right here. I've then got, oh my God, Reflex Rose. I mean, this is like, you need sunglasses to wear it. So it's definitely going to brighten up this grey and murky Sunday here. But that's Reflex Rose.
I love that Reflex Rose.
I'm not sure about it myself, but I love it anyway in this pour. I've got some Raw Sienna. This is a Liquitex Basics colour. And then I've got the Peacock Pearl by Deco Art. Yes, we love Deco Art. Please check everything out of theirs on their website. You can actually click on our link in our affiliate link. You can click our affiliate link and actually it'll take you straight there. So everything for Deco Art. And I've also got tin, which we've never used before. So I did mix it up specially for this one. It's kind of like a stainless steel metallic kind of color.
It's really cool.
It's really cool. It's got kind of black tones to it in like a graphite-y silver mix. Really interesting. I like that one a lot. What were you going to say, Showpony?
I was going to say, now the Deco Art affiliate link can be found in the description box.
Absolutely can. Thank you for that. We've got the Amsterdam Vermilion, which is a bright orange. Emerald Green by Master's Touch, which is this one. And then I've got a leftover green, which I added a little bit of greenish blue to from Amsterdam, and then threw in some Pearl Medium, which is that one. And then finally, the yellow green by Amsterdam Acrylics 2. So there are 12 colours there. If I didn't shout 12 out, it's because one of them is actually a leftover and I've clearly forgotten about it. But there are definitely 12 paint pots on my table. Now, what I did in the very first Snip N Pour was I layered all of the tones, the blue tones in one and red tones in another. So I'm going to kind of do something similar and then throw in a couple of curveballs. So this one's going to be all the purples and then this one's going to be all the greens with some curveballs in it. Now, why is this called the Masse Snip N Pour? Well, it's not the fact that you're using a piping bag, because you can use piping bags to do all sorts of pours. The Masse Snip N Pour is called that way because we puddle the paints into the bag, and then we ribbon pour them onto a canvas. That's why it's called the snip and pour. We snip the edges off the piping bag clearly to get the paint out. So let me layer these bags for you first. I'm gonna do this one right here, and because I'm gonna puddle these, I'm just gonna do these right in front of you. So, first off, I'm gonna start with my Pearl Peacock, and I'm gonna put the vermilion in here. So these two are gonna go in first. And I'm gonna just pour them in down the side of the bag. Then let's get in the yellow green, and then this is the emerald green, and I'm going to pour these down the other side of the bags. So north, south, east and west pours. Then I'm going to go in with my foresty handmade green and the Pearl Peacock. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the vermilion with the really light yellow green. Just like that. And then, right in the center of the bag, a shot of gold. Nice and up high. Let's pierce that down the middle. All right, so that's one bag layered. Now let's get these wonderful purples into this other bag. So I'm going to start with some of the made, like light violet, and then this is the grayish purple. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at this reflex rose. Let's do it next to dioxazine because it's the only way that I'm not afraid to put it. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with some of the made lilac and the raw umber.
I think that reflex rose would go really good next to a blue.
Yeah, and it goes really well next to the purples actually as well, but I'm very afraid to put it back in, so I'm not gonna. But some more dioxazine and some more of the made on the other side. Okay, and then in this bag, I'm gonna shot my tin right down the middle.
Nice.
Just like that.
That was really good.
All right, now I'm just thinking, is there anything else I want to... I'm going to put a little bit more of the raw umber just on the top, because I really like that with those purples. And then on the other bag, there is just one more thing I just want to add again, because I really do love it. A bit more of this beautiful light green. All right. What I didn't tell you was that all my colours were mixed different consistencies just because of the fact that they were all leftover paints, but I got them all to the same consistency in the bags. And as you saw it was a nice and thick, runny consistency, so it was mound and then disappearing. That was kind of the consistency I needed for this pour, because you need something that's got a bit of body in the bag,
yeah,
but you also want it to, like, you know, slip on side the canvas.
Yeah.
The last time I did this, they were just way too thick. All right, show pony. So next, I'm going to flood my canvas. Now, we've got these really wonderful leftover paints. As always, this is my everything leftover pour. And there's a lot of like pink tone in here, but then there was a really beautiful blue, and then there was some pearls in here. So it's got this really wonderful, almost like electric pearl by Arteza is kind of the colour that I would equate it to. But it's a really, really stunning colour. And I like a decent base coat because you will see some of this, I'm sure, on the canvas. So first things first, let me get this base coat on the canvas and then we'll start to snip and pour. Wow, I really love this base coat, and it really was just about 4 or 5 colours that we just mixed together that we'd had left over. But it really is like that Pearl Electric Blue by Arteza. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I've got a really beautiful base coat. I haven't paid so much attention to the edges because there's going to be a lot of paint going on here too. But one thing I am going to do now is elevate this side of the canvas. So using a Golden's, this is an 8 ounce, I think, 16 ounce tub. I'm going to elevate this side of the canvas. just like so. That's going to help me get the paints all the way up and down this pour. Now I was thinking, do I start with the purples or do I start with the greens? What are you thinking, Show Pony?
I think you should start with the purples.
Okay, then I'm going to do it. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference, to be honest with you, but I think that starting with the darker tones is definitely not a terrible idea. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, just taking the blue tape off the piping bag, and then taking the piping bag out of the pots. And here we go. So this is my piping bag now of many, many colours. Now, I'm going to ask for the Show Pony's help. Now, my first snip is going to be a small snip. So I'm going to snip this one at the end of the piping bag just to get some thin lines onto the canvas first, and then I may come back and then snip it at a slightly thicker gradient. So let's do this on camera, Show Pony. If you can see here just the end tip of the bag.
Right here?
Yeah, that would be great, like right there. Perfect. And I'm holding all the paint in the bag. I've squeezed the end of the bag so nothing's going to come out. Now let's pour these onto the canvas.
I'd like to say one thing real quick.
Please.
So it looked like you snipped off a ½ inch.
Okay, is that what it was? Half an inch. Good call, Show Pony. All right, let's get these colors on the canvas. Now, I'm not going to kind of go layer like this side by side. I'm going to be super chaotic with how I'm going to ribbon pour these onto the canvas. So let's get these on here. Let's see what happens. I kind of want to swap hands, but it's too late now, I guess. All right, now I've caught this. All right, now I've caught it. It was a little slippery little bugger there. I've caught it because I'm going to snip the next bag, and then we're going to pour those ones onto the canvas, and I'm going to come back to that bag to do some more in a little while. I've got all those colours in this bag. It's so blooming cool. All right, Show Pony, same again, please. If we can do it on the camera.
Sure. Ready?
Yeah. All right, holding the tip, and I'm using my right hand this time, so this one I feel like I got a little bit more control. All right, let's pipe these colors onto the canvas. I'm gonna go back to my other bag. And then back to the blues. All right, so lots of greens and purples on this canvas, and I'm confident that as we stretch this one out, you're going to see some of the other colours emerge. But first things first, let's torch this one off. All right, Show Pony, you know what time it is.
It's tilting time.
It's Masse Snip and Pour tilting time. Let's tilt this bad boy out and see what we've got hiding underneath all these wonderful colours.
a mess. Don't know how I got here, but I'm blessed. Didn't know it'd take me past my destiny. You're behind me with the rest, 'cause I'm a mess. No more you.
Could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. How can I believe you when everything is see-through? Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it? Everything is see-through. You see through. Gotta make space for the new you, like I'm old news in your rearview mirror. It must be nice you went and got a penthouse. All your friends partying is real loud. Brand new money with a brand new chest. Still a baby bird price straight off the nest like you. Could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. How can I believe you when everything is see-through? Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it? When everything is see-through. Oh, you said things could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. Oh, you said things could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. How can I believe you when everything is see-through?
How can I believe
Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it when everything is see-through?
you ain't gotta be so see-through. You ain't gotta be see-through, yeah. You ain't gotta be so see-through. You ain't gotta be see-through, yeah.
So there you have it, folks. I love this. I really love it. The things that I love about the Masse Snip N Pour are the fantastical kind of like ribbons that you get from piping out of the piping bag, and I don't think you could get that any other way. In each one of these lines I can see almost all of the colours. I've got some really wonderful cells that have popped up in some places, and that'll be because of the Deco Art 24 karat gold and probably the Sargent's in there as well. But what I really love and what I try and do on these Snip N Pours is get some of the really fine lines and then some really fat lines, because I really like to see the contrast between the two in the composition. But I do really enjoy this. It's some unusual colours in there for sure. But I think if this one dries really nicely, it'll look really cool with the coated resin. So why don't I do this? I'm going to scrape my edges one last time. I'm going to torch it off. And I'm going to take you guys in for a close-up.
Hey guys, it's Jeremy here, and I'm super excited about today's pour. I am going to be doing a rect ring. Yes.
Surprise.
Yes. And the colors that I chose, I'm really like in love with. These are some of my favorite colors. I got a 20-inch by 20-inch gallery wrapped canvas. It has been taped and pinned on the bottom, and these are the colors that I'm going to be using. I got, of course, Deco Arts Metallics 24 karat golds, staple here. I got Iridescent White by Liquitex Basics.
Lovely.
I got Ultramarine Violet by Amsterdam, lovely shade of purple. I got Pearl Glacier Blue, which of course love, by Arteza. I also have Pearl Pastel Green by Arteza. And now I have one more color, and this was a color that was leftover paints that that I mixed together and came up with this beautiful like navy blue color, and it's hard to see here on the camera, but it's just this lovely luscious navy blue color
With pearl in it.
with pearl in it. With pearl.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm very intrigued by this colour palette, sir.
Yeah.
Why am I intrigued?
Because it's lots of pearls.
It is, and you've only got one actual opaque colour in there.
I know.
In a ring pour.
I know.
Okay, it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be a very interesting pour. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with this.
I am something. I'm not sure if it's excited.
Now I
More
got
intrigued.
I got my wrecking tools. I have my Sarah Mac chopstick that she personally gave me, which I love. And I had this comb that I got at a dollar store, and I broke every other tooth off of it, so it gave me this nice wide spaced gap between each of the teeth.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm going to be using that. Now let me go ahead and get to start layering my cup.
Let's do it.
Let's see, I think I'm going to start with a touch of white in the bottom. I know this is controversial, but literally just a touch.
There's no controversy over it. It's just something that, will give you a really light center. You can totally put white in the bottom.
Yeah,
You just got to think about what you put it next to.
totally. A touch of gold. I mean, literally a touch of gold. Like that's all the gold I'm putting right there.
Now it's Sunday pouring, because we do most of our pouring at the weekends, obvious reasons.
Yes.
And it's a little chilly today.
It is a little chilly today.
So we're definitely going to be sniffling. There'll be some sniffles.
There will be sniffles. There will be sniffles had by all.
Right. Now, why do I always say don't put pearls next to pearls next to pearls? It's not because they don't look beautiful. It's not because they're not wonderful colours. But when you're going to do a pour, you need something that is not transparent or totally opaque when you're pouring next to each other.
Yeah.
Because especially in a ring pour, these lines are going to potentially disappear. But Show Pony is going to experiment here nonetheless.
I am.
And see what happens. And something else that you don't normally do is use your runoffs in a pour.
Yeah.
Main reason for that is because you don't really know what's in there in the consistency, and it tends to have a takeover attitude. So normally what happens when you use the runoffs is it's all you get to see. So a couple of challenges for the Show Pony here is he's given himself as he's layering his pot.
Yes.
But these are all things that the Show Pony and I have talked about, so I know that he knows all this. He's just intentionally doing it just to see how it works. So
Yes.
It's experimentation time in the studio today.
It is. That it is.
That's a
Okay.
beautiful cup.
Thank you.
Now I know you wanted like 20 ounces and these only hold 16, so you're gonna layer another one off camera.
I am. I'm going to do half of another cup.
Okay, let's do that one and then we'll be right back, folks.
Okay guys, so I got my 2 cups layered here. Now I'm gonna start out with my smaller cup here as my first ring, and then I'm gonna pour into that to complete the rest of the rings.
Why?
Because I want this to be the outer part of my
Super smart
ring.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see what you've done there.
Yes.
So because it's only half a cup and you laid it just thickly, you want this to be probably the stuff you'll end up pouring off.
Most likely.
Love it.
Yeah.
That was very smart, Show Pony. Go
Thank
for
you.
it.
But that's not gonna matter. Okay. Okay guys, so I got my composition down here. I'm in love with it. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like stretched out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my flow extender around and then get to stretching.
Let's do it.
Okay guys, here's my wrecker. I'm gonna go ahead and wreck this one up and then down like that. And then I'm gonna do one wreck coming down this way.
Go for it, Show Pony.
All right.
It's wrecked.
It is wrecked.
Okay. What time is it?
It is tilting time.
Let's tilt this bad boy out.
We're talking to each other. I know we feel the same about the situation, like we're stuck inside a game. Time to get out of this circle. Yeah, we both carry a scar. Let's rewrite the part we're playing. Time to cherish who we are. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance. Not like anything we've done before. Yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away. Don't be afraid. We'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do. Let's break away. All colors will fade. Let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you. By you. I'll stand by you. Now's the time to decide what to do. Let's break away. Get up, do it, break away. Get up, do it, break away. It's always mixed emotions. The first step is always hard when you walk out of the doorway, but that's just the place to start. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance. Not like anything we've done before. Yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away. Don't be afraid. We'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do. Let's break away. All colors will fade. Let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you. about time we let things go. Is this our destiny? Just like it was meant to be. Yeah. Come run away. Don't be afraid. We'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do. Let's break away. All colors will fade. Let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you. By you. I'll stand by you. Now's the time to decide what to do. Let's break away.
So there you have it.
There you have it.
What did you think?
I loved it. So there's still some things that I want to play around with
Yeah.
with Masse Snip and Pour. This time I cut the nozzle, I snipped the nozzle very fine.
Yeah.
And so it gave me a lot of very fine lines. In this Masse Snip and Pour that I did the first time round for the 11 Pipers Piping, the one where we took over from Sarah Mack in that episode, my piping bag snipped was thicker, so I got thicker lines.
Yeah.
I want to play with now 2 different types of lines and see what kind of composition that creates.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play with this. I'm really enjoying it. And who knew how much fun you could have with acrylic paints and an icing bag?
Yeah.
Right? What about your ring pour, your wrecked ring pour?
I honestly, at first I was kind of just very on the fence about it. But the more I look at it, the more I'm really liking it. And as it's drying, because it's not dried yet, I'm really starting to fall in love with it. But the colors did, like, some of them did wash out and cause more of a lavenderish effect with that purple.
Right.
And hopefully we'll get to show you the dry results on it and
In the next
episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm falling in love with it more and more as it dries.
Okay.
Like, I'm loving what's happening.
Yeah, I think you went into this one knowing that, well, I hope you went into this one knowing that with 5 pearls and a metallic and just 1 like paint that is opaque, you were always going to struggle.
Yes.
Keeping lines, because those pearls are great for isolation layers.
Yes.
But they aren't great when you layer on top of each other.
Yeah.
I know you went into it hoping for a really soft, subtle.
That's exactly what I was
pour.
looking for.
Well, that's what you got.
I wanted something really light and airy and soft. And,
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's what I really got. And like I said, looking at it closely, like, well, as it's drying, you can definitely see lines in it.
Yeah.
There are lines in it, but it is really soft. Like, you have to, like, look at it to see it.
Yeah, exactly that.
So, but anyway, I'm in love with it now.
Well,
so.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, there are no rules here, but there are some guidelines. And you threw a couple of them to the wayside just to do that pour, which is fine.
Break the rules.
Exactly. And it's still a very pretty pour. So, I enjoyed it.
Well, that's great. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
I did.
All right, you guys. So before we spank the patrons, thanks again for being here with us and all the chat and everybody talking and everything. It's been great. And like I said before, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It means the world to us. And let's go ahead and spank the patrons.
And we'll see you on Friday.
See you on Friday.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. And now to spank the Patreons.
Spank the Patreons?
Yeah.
Who are the Patreons?
Well, let me tell you. The Patreons are a really special group of people that have joined us on our Patreon account. Now, that is a very special account to our YouTube channel. And over there, people can opt into certain tiers or certain levels. One level will give you sneak peeks and behind the scenes footage, lots of little secrets about what's going on in Masse Art Studio. At another level, you'll get access and invited to a WhatsApp group where the show pony and I chat, we share pictures, and then we set a weekly painting challenge.
Yes.
At a different level, you also get access to an exclusive once a month live stream that isn't aired on the YouTube channel. And at the platinum level, you also get access to a once-a-month tutorial where we do like a real deep dive into a technique or something that the guys, the platinum Patreons, really want to know about. Now to spanking those people. At our gold level, we have Trisha West, Terry Leshner, Tammy Hasbrook, Stephanie Hancock, Sharon Luffy, Rebecca Hawes Winters, Patsy Petrelli, we have Nate Bright and Misty Tyson, we have Mama Doulis, Linda Serien, we've got Kelly Stowell, Janice Swansea, we've got Jane Klein, we've got Gloria Salaki, Gillian Kennedy, Donna Panis, Donna Patterson, and Amy Gardner, aka Crafty Chicken Mom.
Oh, that's a lot of spanking.
It is a lot of spanking.
Well, the spanking continues
Okay.
with the platinum level.
Right.
Who is Susan Shepperson, Leslie Beaver, Janice and Steve Pittman, Elaine Burton, Dana Foxley, and at the diamond level,
Hey, you all know and love her.
Sparkles!
Yay, I've got a sore hand from all that spanking. So to you guys and everyone else down below at the bronze and silver level, thank you so very much for wanting to be with us, for the extra support, and for wanting to take a little bit of extra interest in Masse Art Studio.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.